Is solitude a requirement for finding peace? That's a question that I've been unpacking this morning. I was just listening to an interview with a communication expert, and he brought up the point that he could significantly change his lifestyle, but as long as he were still interacting with people, he'd be able to continue to develop the core of his skill. And I was thinking back to, it was just almost exactly 5 years ago tomorrow that I really dove in and committed to my experience of peace on a much deeper level. And a big part of that was finding more and more pockets of solitude to really reset my nervous system, reflect, and be able to relax into the experience of peace. And as I have more conversations with others around their experience of peace, it causes me to think about, what are the conditions that need to be present. Now, back 5 years ago, part of my ability to find solitude was circumstantial based on the conditions of the pandemic. There just wasn't as much interaction or social activity, but I distinctly remember I returned to a relationship that I'd been in just prior to the pandemic. And one of the things that she would comment on was this hermit lifestyle that I'd adopted. I continued to have time with my daughter, have go into the office and do work. But the one thing that I really continued to scale back on was my social interactions. And so when I think about, kind of what the container looked like for me to be able to, kind of make progress, figure out how to begin healing my insomnia, which started at that time. Finding these pockets of solitude was a core pillar to that. Now, I look at examples like Pema Chodron, who takes months a year in solitude, and I've never gone, like, I haven't done a Vipassana retreat, I haven't done a Camino, all things that I want to do because now that I've experienced these glimpses of what solitude can produce, I'm super curious. But definitely when I think about that question, I believe that there's certainly an aspect to giving ourselves pockets of time where we can be with ourselves that certainly support finding deeper and deeper experiences of inner peace. Till tomorrow.